cut.
Rampage Jackson.
And that's it. That is all she wrote for Hercules right there.
Danielle Taylor throwing some heavy shots and ends the fight. Cutler is out. Insane airplane toss by Charles Krazy.
He had to take that. Huge knees. Two huge knees.
And there she is, Ronda Rousey making her pro debut in excellent fashion. Jamie Colleen just destroying. Cutler says, no more, I'm out. And a quick look at our rules of combat based on 3 5-minute rounds, and of course 5 5-minute rounds for championship bouts. And of course in the amateur division that changed to 3 3-minute rounds, and of course 5 3-minute rounds for championship bouts in the amateur division. It's based on the 10-point must system, judging criteria, and to get things started, we'll go ahead and throw it to the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the flyweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Newport. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight, 135.5 pounds. He represents Art of War MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Eugene, Oregon, presenting Asa Carlisle. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall. Official weight, 133.8 pounds. He represents Adrenaline Martial Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, from San Bernardino, California, presenting Anthony Roque. Once again, Steve Newport is your official for this bout. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, flyweights.
All right, guys, here we go. Want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up and take a step back.
Round number 1, Asa Carlisle versus Anthony Roque.
I'll tell you what, these guys are both 3-3. Somebody needs to be on the winning side of this record right now. Aggressive. Roque coming up, pressuring Carlisle against the cage. Double underhooks. I thought it might have been able to change elevation, but Carlisle fights his way off with these knees, now pushing Roque up against the cage.
Roque changing elevation, dropping things down.
Trying to set up this this choke. Carlisle's on top with 2:21 to go. Doing the absolute right thing, just taking his time, head to the mat, hips high. Tries to pop out for a second, says that's too tight. Goes back to his spot. From this position right here with Roque's shoulders up against the cage and Carlisle's hips high, there's no way this is being finished. I say that every week and somebody gets finished immediately after that, but I don't think it's the situation today. Finally popping out. Carlisle now in a really good position with 1:40 left to do some work.
Carlisle continuing to keep those hips high. They're going to have to bring a little bit more action into this.
Yeah, Roque with that high guard trying to set something up, but he's going to have to push away from that cage. Give him some room to work. He's just trapped in there. And there goes a first real punch.
Carlisle trying to dish out some damage here.
Carlisle with a good pass. Has the back of Roque. Roque's corner asking him to turn into him. It's easier said than done from this position. The guy like Carlisle on your back trying to end your life.
Carlisle now locking down that arm from behind.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was sneaky. Gave up that top position, was crafty with that arm, trapping that arm, made a conscious decision. Now it's hurting him. Roque on top, still has that arm trapped. As soon as he pops that left elbow out, which he does, he's going to work.
Carlisle making really good use of his legs. Still has that arm locked in.
Yeah, it's one thing though when you're in jiu-jitsu class and you're trying to tie a guy up. It's a whole nother thing when you're just trying to get off your back and makes a conscious decision to get to his feet. It's exactly what it's doing with plenty of time left here. As soon as I say that, the round ends.
Just at the end there, Carlisle trying to dish out some little bit of damage to the leg of Roque. Let's take a look at this replay here. Not a whole lot of action going on in this round, but definitely some nice damage being dished back and forth on the ground.
Yeah, Carlisle with one takedown seemed to dominate this position right here. Got a little too crafty and trapped that arm, like you said, Trent. Gave up that top position, but was in a couple good spots to finish it.
Welcome back. Round number 2. We're here at King of the Cage Head Hunter at the Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln, Oregon. Once again, we have Asa Carlisle in the blue gloves versus Anthony Roque in the red. We had a lot of ground game going on back and forth for that first round. Now they're going to take things on a stand-up for a little bit.
Good 1-2 there from Rick Carlisle. Asa Carlisle just coming in with the 1-2, fakes the knee over the top with the straight right, barely missing. Roque clips him with the left hook. Looks like it hurt Carlisle, closes the distance. Double underhooks from Roque, see if he can't change elevation. Roque on top.
Carlisle holding on, locking down that right arm on Roque.
Carlisle's feet and hips and legs are moving. You can tell he spent some time on the mat. Knees wide, using those legs on the hips, those feet on the hips of Roque to try and push away, get some space. Carlisle content to trap, hold it down, has those arms strapped up, and there's a stand-up. A good left hook to straight right from Roque.
Yeah, Roque immediately going in, trying to dish out some damage. Carlisle closing in.
Carlisle with some aggressive punches. I might want to stay on the outside if I were him, because those jabs and that overhand right, he seems to be closing that range in on Roque. Closing the distance now, having the back of Roque trying to slip that arm around, going chest to chest. Carlisle, again, controlling that back. See if he can do something with this. Might want to slide that right leg straight through the legs and sit back, try and work a takedown here.
Roque trying to use this cage to his advantage. Carlisle just holding on and being very patient. Just as I say that, there's a takedown.
Carlisle with a great takedown, good hips. Trying to set up the reverse triangle, crucifix going on here.
Great positioning from Carlisle. And this is, this is a very frustrating position to be in. Roque just trying to figure out what he can do.
Carlisle going to work.
And that's the end of round number 2. Let's take a quick look at the replay. A nice little bit of a mix of the stand-up and the ground game this round. A little bit more exciting, got a little bit more action, some more damage getting tossed back and forth.
Roque with some good hips there on that takedown, ends up on top, but just couldn't rip those arms out of there. And this is the decision making right here. Good takedown, establishing control.
We'll see how this continues. Round number 3.
Both guys take the center of the mat, bobbing and weaving. 1, 2, 3, closing the distance as Roque pressuring Carlisle up against the cage. Carlisle with a good inside knee. Created just enough space off of the cage and fired that knee in there. Another knee.
A lot of time spent against the cage for this bout over all the rounds.
And this is the kind of fight where that one takedown makes a big difference. All things being even, it really boils down to these takedowns. Not one guy is being more aggressive or landing better strikes than the other guy. And there's another beautiful trip takedown there from Carlisle.
Carlisle looking for that way in. Roque gets back to his feet. Nice kick, heel to the face of Roque.
Great right to the body, good body shot, double, triple left hooks from Roque. Roque being aggressive. Guys exchanging knees.
Every time Carlisle gets a nice little lick of damage in, Roque's right there to match him. It's got to be a pretty even fight so far.
Yeah, the striking's pretty even. Roque has a little choke here, but I don't think he's going to be able to put Carlisle away. Carlisle again in that same position, head down, hips up, stacking, 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 creating pressure with the shoulder. Roque just has no space to move.
Just under a minute left in this round. Carlisle looking to dominate and get some points for control.
Stepping over now into half guard. That's a good pass. Trapping that leg with the shin. Carlisle in a great position. If he can get that left hand off the mat, put some pressure down, and sit up and rain some punches down. "13 seconds. Carlisle just doing here, putting work in. Good, strong punches.
And they'll stand up for the last couple seconds. Carlisle finishing strong. And that's it. Let's take a look at the replay. A long, hard-fought 3 rounds there.
Beautiful trip, takedown. Immediately establishing that dominant position, front push kick.
Carlisle doing a great job on the stand-up in that last round. Definitely doing a little bit better, I'd say, on the ground game as far as positioning and control went.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of flyweight action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Rick Campos scores this bout 29-28 in favor of Roque. Judge Dave Hagen, 29-28 for Carlisle. And finally, Kelly Whitlock, 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Asa Carlisle. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the bantamweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dave Hagen. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 141.7 pounds. He represents the Oregon Kickboxing Academy and Fabiano Scherner Jiu-Jitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, from Grants Pass, Oregon, presenting Trevor Simpson. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall as well. Official weight 141 pounds. He represents Sequence Jiu-Jitsu. Ladies and gentlemen, from Wilmington, California, presenting Ramon Gutierrez Valdez. Once again, Dave Hagen is your official for this bout. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, bantamweights.
All right, gentlemen, already talked about the rules. Want a good, clean fight, protect yourselves at all times, obey the commands. Any questions? Touch them, go back, come out fighting.
Round number 1, let's get things started. Trevor Simpson in the blue gloves versus Ramon Valdez in the red.
Trevor Simpson rushing out to center mat, slips over that aggressive overhand right from Valdez with a body kick as well.
Simpson staying light on his feet. Valdez patiently waiting to press forward. Comes in, releases some big energy.
Simpson covering well though. Valdez being aggressive, coming in with those hands down. Valdez doubling up on that jab.
Simpson just being a little cautious, making sure not to get caught up with any of those stiff jabs from Valdez.
Yeah, he's moving well, has beautiful head movement, great balance. Valdez seems to want to jump in. A little more slapping punches there than power.
Valdez with some outside kicks. Simpson returns with his own.
Valdez coming in with that Superman jab, misses 3 punches, slipping out of the way. Simpson doing a good job of moving, not taking advantage of those counters. There's an opportunity there. Valdez likes to jump in. If he slipped, able to get something off, backing him off right there, held his ground nicely.
Some nice little exchanges getting thrown back and forth here.
I really like the way Valdez is entering with those jabs. Catches Simpson with a good left hook. Simpson has to back out.
Valdez continues to push forward. Now they return to center cage.
Inside leg kick, barely missing from Valdez. Gonna have to close that gap, that distance real quick before he throws that in there. Good double jabs, overhand right, check by Simpson. Simpson barely missing with that knee.
Just about 30 seconds left in this round.
I'll tell you what, Trent, Simpson has cleaner technique, but Valdez is aggressive, comes in, he's hard to handle, throwing multiple jabs, lays a right hand behind that and back straight out.
Yeah, I've seen Valdez be fighting in his last few fights. His stand-up has improved immensely. He's got a lot of power and he's got a lot of accuracy, something that Simpson's gonna have to look out for. Simpson going in for that single leg, doesn't quite get it.
Wow, that looked deep. Good defense by Valdez.
Valdez showing off some good stand-up this round, doing some nice damage. Simpson returning, though, and doing a good job at defending as well. Couldn't quite get those that takedown he was looking for, though.
Yeah, no, he's having to counter Valdez's aggressiveness. Valdez is open to be hit. See if he can find an answer in this second round coming up right now.
Both fighters being a little bit more cautious, making sure not to get caught with anything they don't want. Nice kick from Valdez. Another nice kick to the body by Valdez.
Yeah, Simpson comes marching forward, though, with some punches. Low kick of his own. And Valdez with a 4-punch combination marching in. High kick barely missing from Simpson. Gosh, that was a deep shot there he had for a second. Valdez defends it nicely. Simpson had double underhooks, not able to do much with it. Simpson with those double underhooks, see if he can't change elevation. Just basically dragging Valdez down, but Valdez is popped back up.
And Simpson just looking really eager to take this fight down to the ground. He's looking to try to dominate from there because I don't think he wants to stand up with Valdez for very much longer.
Well, Valdez is aggressive. Simpson's a little cleaner on his feet, but not able to find any home for anything. But he's having difficulty getting Valdez down. Valdez has great hips.
Valdez dishing out those body shots, staying busy.
Just constant pressure from Simpson, but not able to do much with it. And turning the corner on him is Valdez. Looping left hook from Simpson. Low, lazy kick from Valdez. He's obviously tired. This is where he needs to be. He's in here banging.
Simpson with a couple of nice knees to the bodies there a second ago.
Overhand right backs Valdez off. Simpson was marching forward with straight punches.
Valdez looking to finish strong. Some nice head movement.
Valdez just throwing bombs.
And that's it for round number 2. Let's take a look at the replay.
Well, I'll tell you what, Valdez comes forward, fends off of this takedown. Simpson had that in deep. I thought he was really going to change elevation, get that to the ground, but off of the cage, jumps in with the left hook.
Yeah, Valdez proving to be a very hard opponent to get down onto the ground. Valdez knows he wants to stay on the stand-up. That's where he's going to deal the most damage, and he's keeping it there. We'll have to see how this all concludes in round number 3 coming up. Stay tuned. Round number 3, this is it. Simpson versus Valdez. We'll see who comes out on top.
Here we go, Trent. I have this fight pretty much equal at this point. Neither guy's really delivered much damage. Valdez has obviously been pushing the pace. Probably has 2 to 3 times as many strikes. Again, being first, but Simpson doing a great job of moving, sliding, keeping his guard up, and backing Valdez off when he can.
I think Valdez doing a good job of, managing the pace of this fight, not letting things get taken down to the ground. He's maintaining his stand-up. Like you said, throwing a lot of strikes, keeping that pace going, keeping the aggression.
Well, that's hard to deal with. He's just in constant go-forward mode, throwing 2, 3, 4 punches at a time, and it's really hard to counter a guy like that, regardless of how sloppy he is. He just marches forward. And there's a good left hook straight right that connects from Valdez. That's the best punch of the fight. Simpson seemed to be hurt from that, wants to come in aggressive. Standing his ground, stop moving his head quite so much. Valdez has an opportunity if he lets those punches go. Slow leg kick, the kind that will get you hurt with an overhand right. Exchanging jabs. Simpson seems to be a little fresher, a little quicker at this point, but just not letting those hands go. Content to counter, but doesn't want to be first. Valdez with the good outside leg kick.
Simpson coming in, trying to get, some points back on those jabs, but Valdez just sitting, remaining calm, waiting for Simpson to come to him, and then just exploding in short bursts.
I'll tell you what, Valdez just delivered a beautiful straight right body shot. He finds a home for that. Throw those 2 jabs, go straight to the body with that right. He might be able to end this fight. For the first time, Valdez on his bike, circling out, moving away. This isn't his game. Simpson marching forward right now. Valdez may be a little tired. Jab to the breadbasket, outside leg kick. Valdez circling instead of coming forward, Trent.
Yeah, with only about 30 seconds left here, someone's going to have to really push the pace and prove the win. Simpson starting to show a little bit of blood. Valdez looking relatively clean.
And there's a good deep shot. Again, forcing him back up. Single underhook goes Valdez. Gives up that single underhook and just bombs away. 10 seconds left.
Finally gets that takedown.
Finally, but I don't know if that's with enough time to do anything. I don't even know if that's going to count. Valdez is still scrappy after 3 rounds.
Wow, both these guys are ready to go for another one. I mean, I'm sure Simpson's a little frustrated. Finally got that takedown he was looking for, but just not enough time left to do anything with it.
Well, he was so close, Trent, these last couple times. He finally decided to really change elevation, and it worked for him. It just didn't have enough time. Beautiful takedown, but I don't know if it counts with 3 seconds left.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of bantamweight action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Rick Campos and Kelly Whitlock both scored this contest 29-28, while Steve Newport has it 30-27. All 3 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Ramon Gutierrez Valdez. Here is Alex Campos.
Alex Campos now making his way to cage side. Campos hails from Highland, California, and stands at 6 feet tall. Currently fighting out of the 145-pound weight class. His amateur record stands at 0 wins and 2 losses. Campos looking to pick up his first win here tonight. Alex trains out of Adrenaline MMA. There he practices a very diverse style. He's very well-rounded. He can fight well on the stand-up as well as handling himself on the ground. Definitely going to make it a very tough win for his opponent, Stephen Chang. And they're finishing up their final preparations. Anthony Campos heads inside the cage.
Stephen Chang.
Now approaching ringside, Stephen Chang. Chang hails from Beaverton, Oregon, by way of Tokyo, Japan. Chang currently stands at 6 feet 1 inch tall and is fighting out of the 145-pound weight class. His amateur MMA record currently stands at 5 wins and 3 losses. He's had a pretty impressive string of wins in his career so far. We've seen him a couple times here at King of the Cage. Now Chang really known for his ground game. He currently holds a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and trains out of 10th Planet Portland and Bang Muay Thai. There, Chang trains under the likes of Jason Novelli. And like we said before, he practices particularly in his ground game. He's a very good ground fighter, not somebody you're going to want to wrestle around with. So my guess is he's going to be trying to go for that takedown early on. As Stephen Chang heads inside the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the bantamweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dave Hagan. Introducing first in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 6 feet tall. Official weight 145.3 pounds. He represents Adrenaline MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Highland, California, presenting Alex Campos. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6'1". Official weight 145.3 pounds. He represents 10th Planet Portland and Bang Muay Thai. Ladies and gentlemen, from Beaverton, Oregon, by way of Tokyo, Japan, presenting Stephen Chang. Once again, Dave Hagan is your official for this bout. Now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, bantamweights.
All right, gentlemen, already talked about the rules. Let's have a good, clean fight, protect yourselves at all times, obey the commands. Any questions? Touch them, go back, come out fighting.
Round number 1, Alex Campos versus Stephen Chang.
These guys coming out at 145 pounds. Real tall, pretty big for this size. Both guys exchanging kicks. Outside kick.
Chang with some nice light foot movement, moving in and out, avoiding damage.
Campos with an overhand right, steps in with a straight right, left hook, inside leg kick.
The referee calling for just a groin check. Make sure not to throw too many low kicks.
Well, that's the thing with those inside leg kicks. You're going to get that. They're so hard to control. Good check left hook from Campos. Chang with an overhand right, drops Chang, and it's over.
Just like that, the first knockout of the night. I mean, we've had 3-rounders for the last few bouts. That's a nice refreshing change.
Right there. Lazy inside kick, outside kick. Campos is waiting.
You know, and Chang was doing a good job of avoiding damage, but all it took was that one right over the eye.
That pawing left hand.
Stay tuned for the results coming up after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 49 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout, Alex Campos. Ladies and gentlemen, from Chinook Winds Casino Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, King of the Cage and General Tire present this 3-round bout in the bantamweight division. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Steve Newport. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil Blue corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 144.7 pounds. He represents Art of War MMA. Ladies and gentlemen, from Eugene, Oregon, presenting Isaac Shelton. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. Official weight 145.8 pounds. He represents Krazy, Baja Portland. Ladies and gentlemen, from Roseburg, Douglas County, Oregon, presenting Ian King. Once again, Steve Newport is your official for this bout now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, bantamweights.
All right, guys, first pro fight of the night. Want a good fight? Protect yourselves at all times, obey my commands. Touch them up, take a step back.
Round number 1, Isaac Shelton versus Ian King. Shelton in the blue gloves, King in the red.
King coming out southpaw. Good inside leg kick.
Nice little jab there from King.
Shelton switching it up now. King moving well, finds a home for that inside leg kick. Circling, angling out, bobbing and weaving, keeping his distance. And a good slip from King makes Shelton pay for it. There's a good straight right from King.
King doing a great job this beginning of this round, keeping some nice light footwork.
Yeah, moves real well. Changes angles, moves his head, slipping, moving. But Isaac King just being, just patient, hands up, eating a bunch of leg kicks. And there's a good jab and a straight right to the body. Seems like King has a little bit of range on him, gets caught with that kick, closing the distance now is Shelton. Shelton taking him to the ground, trying to slip out, might have his back. This could go either way. Moving those hips out, getting back to his feet now is King.
King now working from against the cage. Shelton keeping up this pressure.
Shelton with good pressure, not really able to do much with it, but just pressuring Ian King up against the cage. Ref looking at it close, getting ready to call this. Shelton with double underhooks can change elevation now if he chooses to.
Yeah, they're going to need to do something. Got to keep that busy factor going. And there's the split up.
You called it, Trent. We're not having this in these amateur fights that are only 3 minutes. 3-minute rounds. You got to keep that action up.
Nice inside leg kick from King.
And Shelton's starting to chase so now. Look for one to come up high. Isaac Shelton needs to let those hands go. There's a good 1-2, backing King off. King might be hurt.
Shelton continuing to just bulldoze forward.
Well, had that nice long 1-2 and closed the distance and kind of got him hurt a little bit. He was absolutely winning that exchange. Ian King will tie you up. He's so long and just so hard to deal with.
Referee calling a short timeout here. Looks like it was a result of a groin shot of sorts. And I'm sure they'll be back up momentarily. He'll get just a few moments here. So far, though, Ian King doing a great job this round. I think he's definitely in the slight advantage here, but Shelton really starting to pick it up in this last minute and a half.
Ian King starting to get a little more aggressive.
Nice body kick from King.
And there's a great takedown from Shelton. Double underhooks, rear trip, trying to regain guard. Shelton going to work. Knee on the belly. Doing a good job of regaining guard, though, as Ian King under all kinds of pressure.
Yeah, and Ian King definitely much more of a stand-up fighter. That's where he feels a lot more comfortable. Shelton changing this elevation could change the tide of the fight.
Isaac Shelton doing a good job of slowing it down, establishing this half guard, going to work. I'd like to see him rip those arms out of there and just put pressure, pressure, pressure.
Just under 30 seconds left in this round. Shelton looking to control things from this point.
Stepping over now, trapping that leg.
Shelton wailing on him.
Shelton going to work. Letting him up is Shelton.
And that's it for round number one. Shelton really picking things up and putting himself forward at the end of that round. But Ian King doing a great job at that beginning first half. You know, once things got taken down to the ground, I think Shelton's a little more in his element.
Finally gets him to the ground. This was the first takedown that didn't do much. There's a good overhand right from Shelton, catching him clean. Just doing work and eventually gets him to the ground. I don't know why he stood up with 5 seconds left. It's always a good thing to end up on top, especially when you do this kind of damage.
Yeah, Shelton really just amping it up. We'll see what he can do coming up in round number two. Welcome back, round number two. Once again, Isaac Shelton versus Ian King. Shelton coming off of a strong finish in that last round. Ian King looking to get back into that domination position in stand-up.
Shelton switches it up to southpaw. I don't know why. He did such a good job from regular neutral position in the last round. I don't know why you're experimenting with stuff that's actually working for you. There you go, switches it up.
Almost gets the trip there. King with a nice inside leg kick.
Goes to outside leg kick. Eats a jab off of a 3-punch combination.
Shelton looking a little more lively and in the game this round.
Yeah, Ian King getting a little more sloppy. Jumped in with that left hook. Lucky he didn't get taxed. But Isaac Shelton seemed to slow it down a little bit. Now he has a body lock. Just overpowering. That's a really good takedown. Falls into half guard.
Ian King might be in trouble now at this point. Shelton got plenty of time to do whatever he needs to do from this position now.
They're going to work, standing back up.
Oh, and a beautiful suplex.
King could be hurt. He landed hard on his neck. Trapping that arm, trapping that leg is Shelton. Trying to get those hooks in. Gets both hooks in a little bit of trouble is Ian King.
Well, this isn't looking good for King. That's deep.
King's flattened out with the body arched, and that's it.
Shelton coming out on top. And that's all he needed to do. As soon as he took it down to the ground, just immediately started dominating. You know, Ian King doing a great job in the stand-up, but really Shelton showing that where his real skill and talent lies when he got that suplex.
Well, there's a body lock. That's a good aggressive takedown. Was low on the hips. Let him get up right here. And look at this suplex. Boom, right on the neck. That had to hurt. And as soon as Shelton got aggressive on those takedowns, that was it. This choke was a byproduct of that slam for sure.
Definitely. I mean, King had to have felt that, beautiful execution. Great job to Shelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official time is 2 minutes and 9 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by tap out submission via rear naked choke, Isaac Shelton. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, King of the Cage and General Tire present our featured bout of the evening. It is sanctioned by the Oregon State Athletic Commission and Siletz Tribal Athletic Commission. It's in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trebilcock Jr., Matchmaker Carlos Rivera, Promoter Jeff Mahalik, Timekeeper at the bell, Brandy McCarty. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Rick Campos, Steve Newport, and Kelly Whitlock. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dave Hagan. And now, for all the fight fans in attendance and the millions watching around the world, Oregon, let's hear it. This is our main event of the evening. 3 rounds of MMA in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight 169.6 pounds. This combat sports and fitness fighter has a professional record of 1 victory with no defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, from Reno, Nevada, presenting Zack Bunnell. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 6 feet tall. Official weight 170.8 pounds. This Gracie Baja Portland fighter has a professional record of 3 victories with no defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, from Cave Junction, Oregon, presenting Eric McConico Jr. Once again, Dave Hagan is your official of our main event, now with the final instructions, 3 rounds, welterweights.
All right, gentlemen, already talked about the rules. Let's have a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times and obey the commands. Any questions? Touch him here, please. Go back and come out fighting.
Round number 1, this is our main event of the night. Zack Bunnell versus Eric McConico. Bunnell in the blue corner, McConico in the red. And they're off to get things started. McConico, known for his great stand-up. Bunnell taking things down to the ground right off the bat.
Right out of the gate in the first 10 seconds. Bunnell grabs a leg, immediately goes to the trip, starting to pass, trying to establish his half guard. Monaco doing a good job of pushing away, creating space. Pushing away, creating space. Bunnell just settling in right now. Just trying to take his time, plenty of time to work here. Dropping that leg with the foot, trying to step over, now steps over into a full pass. And immediately steps into mount position, giving up his back now. Monaco could be in trouble.
Bunnell just latching on.
Bunnell high though. Monaco gets his head to the mat and shakes him off, but just sneakily inching back, but he's still pretty high.
Bunnell trying to end this early. He doesn't quite have it in deep.
Doing a better job there of being able to lower those hips, standing up. Eric now up against the cage, working on a takedown of his own.
McConico now getting another chance to dish out some damage. Bunnell up against the cage.
And there's a good little sharp uppercut. McConico just pressure, not really ready to send any strikes in there. Inside knee, another inside knee. Good pressure, but you have to do something with that. Got that right arm free, but does nothing with it.
Referee calls for a little bit more action. They'll stand back up. McConico now going to try to get a chance to show off that stand up. A nice kick.
McConico misses with a couple uppercuts and some hooks, but seems to be comfortable in there, throwing him front push kick, overhand right, misses, marching forward.
Bunnell taking some heat.
And there's a nasty uppercut. This could be close to being over.
And Zack Bunnell, really known for just his dexterity and that endurance. That guy can take a hit. We've seen him take some hits plenty of times before in past fights. McConico's really going to have to punch through that defense.
Well, it looked like McConico had him hurt there and just let him off, whether he's tired or was nervous of the counter. And there's a good inside leg kick to 2 hooks.
About 1 minute and 40 seconds. You still got a lot of time left.
Bunnell with the lazy inside kick.
And I would imagine Bunnell's looking for another takedown. He did fantastically on the ground, and when it's coming to the stand-up, McConico is just starting to dominate. But again, like you were saying, he could be doing a little bit more, could be throwing some more strikes.
Well, McConico's throwing power, but he seems to be missing. Bunnell's a little slippery in there. Just slight movements, just stepping back, moving out of the way. If McConico could put a few more punches together, he might be able to catch him clean. Less than a minute to go in this round. McConico slipping underneath a right hook.
McConico looking to do some damage. It's about 35 seconds left. Oh, knocks him down. This could be it.
Drops him, unwilling to defend himself or incapable. 27 seconds left. McConico has him hurt, letting him off the hook again right now.
McConico telling him to stand back up. Bunnell taking some heavy hits there, but they only got about 10 seconds left. May have not been the best decision to give him that resting period. But McConico just tears into him for these last few seconds.
Just hitting him with some bombs.
And that's it. It looks like this will carry on to a second round. Surprisingly, I thought he definitely had him there. He knocked him down, really razzled him.
I thought he was finished. Doing a good job here was McConico just fighting off of this choke. Bunnell riding a little bit high. Eats that high kick like it's no big deal. Bobbing and weaving and covering, gets out of the way of all 4 of those punches.
And right here, McConico just takes that hit right to the forehead, knocks him down, gets a couple more in there. Quite a few, actually. The ref's not going to stop it. Bunnell was still conscious, was in this fight. Here we are, round number 2. Zack Bunnell versus Eric McConico. We had a very explosive first round. Bunnell doing a great job at the very beginning with those takedowns and control, but McConico very quickly taking things back to his side in the stand-up. Nearly knocked him out.
Yeah, I don't think Bunnell's recovered entirely. He's getting bombed on, just getting shelled right now. Takes him to the ground. McConico just going to go to work.
Bunnell still in this. McConico, though, looking very confident. Looking to finish things up and deal some more damage. Might even be better just to let him, get back up to his feet and just keep duking it out.
Just banging the body, slipping and moving. Boom. Right knee, right up the gut, then goes back to the takedown. McConico must be tired. He was absolutely dominating these exchanges and then goes back for the takedown 30 seconds after he let him up. Zack Bunnell's a tough dude. He's eaten a bunch of punches up to this point. And there's a short elbow, left hook. Backing off now, front push kick. Warning of some sort for McConico. McConico's just tired.
Now Bunnell, very tough guy. I mean, he's taken a lot of hits. And he's still in this fight, but McConico's got to pick up that energy. I think he could finish this if he really just pushed forward. Got 3 minutes left in this round.
Just lazily throwing him out there. Bunnell with a nice inside powerful leg kick. Overhand right. Barely misses. Oh, and a spinning heel kick. Monaco catches him clean. But doesn't follow up, just doesn't have enough energy to put Zack Bunnell away. And a nice inside leg kick from Bunnell.
McConico again looking to drop some bombs. Stiff jabs coming in.
And straight right to left hook combination.
Bunnell just
Monaco
trying
drops
to
him
defend.
with a straight jab. And the ref pushed him out of the way like this was over and then decided not to stop it.
Bunnell just managing to stay conscious and still in this fight after taking, just heavy hit after heavy hit. McConico just stalking him and waiting for either him to stand back up. Honestly, I think McConico would rather just have him stand back up, throw another one of those combos. It looks like they're going to call a timeout here. I think they're going to have a doctor check out Bunnell's face. Clear out some of that blood. Yeah, Bunnell taking some serious damage this round, last round. I don't know how much more he's going to be able to withstand.
Well, I don't know about this referee medical stoppage going on right there to check just a tiny little cut that just gave Zack enough time to catch his breath.
Nice kick from Bunnell.
McConico just letting those hands go. He finds a home for virtually every punch without getting punched back. He just doesn't have enough energy to finish this thing. 1 minute left in round 2. McConico with that front hand, lead hand hook. Rear hand straight, been working. He just can't find a way to throw it.
McConico, I'm not really sure, what he's waiting for. He could just move right in there and land another one of those combos like he's been doing all fight long, but the clock's running out. There it is, releasing some strikes now here, but only 10 seconds left.
Right uppercuts, left hooks, just peppering Bunnell, but not putting enough behind that to really hurt him.
And that's it. Take a look at the replay. I almost thought for sure things would get ended this round. I mean, McConico again just went straight to throwing those bombs at the beginning. We almost saw another knockout, but no stoppage at all. We're going to keep this rolling. We'll see how it goes.
He dropped Zack with a couple good punches right here. Went with the right uppercut, left hook combination, goes in with the knee.
We'll see how it plays out coming up here. Round number 3. And they're off. Maybe we'll see a finish in this round, who knows? McConico once again moving in to dish out some damage.
Good uppercut. McConico racing forward.
Looks like we'll get a timeout due to a groin shot.
And here we go.
McConico getting a quick breather there. Maybe he'll get a little bit more energy to try to finish this fight if he can. Bunnell still striking hard.
Those inside leg kicks are nasty.
McConico just barely misses with that kick.
McConico just padding, trying to find an opening instead of creating one. I'd love to see him rip the body. He's going for the head. Those uppercuts to the left. Catches him again, down for the count. Just smashing away. This fight's in danger of being stopped as it should be, and it's over.
There it is. McConico finishes this fight. Those rapid flurry of fist strikes. Great fight. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how much more damage and punishment Bunnell was going to be able to take. I mean, he took a solid 2 rounds of some pretty solid damage. But McConico, like you were saying, just needed to pick up that energy a little bit more.
Yeah, a couple body shots would have ended this in the first round. He was just gassed. Probably threw 150 punches in that round. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Dave Hagen, has seen enough, steps in, calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 1 minute and 15 seconds of the 3rd and final round. Your winner by TKO, Eric McConico Jr.